Koh Phangan, we're here. We're the middle island of the triplet island set next to Angtong National Marine Park. So you can get tickets to go out into here if you're doing the scuba diving stuff. So I, on my trip, came through Surat Thani, stayed in Surat Thani, where you then get a bus ticket, ferry ticket, all in one to the Donsak Pier. There's really no reason to stay in Donsak. It's just a harbor pier town. But that gets you up to Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, or if you're starting in Champon, Koh Tao, Koh Phangan. So here's the thing. It looks like moving south from here to Koh Samui is cheaper, a lot cheaper than it's ending up being for me to move north from here. So my ticket to get to Chumpon is 1,100 baht, leaving at 1,300, but I'm on the big catamaran. If you're just going to Koh Tao, anywhere from 450 to 600 baht. If you're going to Koh Samui, those are 250, 350 baht. I'm sorry if you can't see that. There's really only one area of the island on Koh Phangan where you come and go. There are 3 piers here, so where you're gonna land is somewhat immaterial, and then when you buy your ticket off island, they'll tell you which pier your boat is leaving from, of the 3. But there's covered walkways in case you're in inclement weather, if it's pouring down rain, or if it's blazing hot and the sun is just baking like it is today. Whichever boat and whichever pier you come off of, you do have to do the duffel shuffle for a little bit. You got to get to this central taxi point. So the good news is no matter which beach or resort you have made your reservations at, if that resort doesn't have its own taxi shuttle service waiting for you, all of these Songqiao trucks, they don't run circle ring routes quite like they do in other places in Thailand. They take you to the beach areas or to your specific resort. Then once you're at that hotel, resort, villa, whatever, they congregate in little nodes and areas. They'll congregate in areas around the island. So if you're worried about being too distant, and what are you going to do if you don't reserve a motorbike? Because grab rides don't work on Koh Phangan. They don't work on this island. Well, don't worry, because you can always get back and forth from places using those covered trucks. Yeah, it's a little more expensive, but everything on this island is more expensive. So as soon as you get on island, you can already start planning for making reservations, buying your tickets for your next leg of travel right here in the travel center, before you move through the gates onto your adventure. Anywhere you stay on the island, there are motorbike rental shops everywhere. So you can make that decision into your trip if you decide that you want that freedom of mobility, or you can do it right here as soon as you get off. So there's a 7-Eleven right there. There's multiple restaurants if you take a right-hand turn or go straight, and then there's a night walking street. The night markets are right back there. So your choice is to stay sort of centrally located and within walking distance, and then go out to the island, or go to your serene place of peace and zen, and then make your decision. So it's a lot quieter in general if you're gonna stay. There's lodging, there's places almost around the entire island perimeter. So I've already talked about Lom Praya for a minute in my Hua Hin video, and they can get you to so many places in southern Thailand. And a lot of these smaller ticket carriers, the prices are pretty much the same for everyone, but they will have more niche, like So they'll sell you the ferry ticket, then a bus ride to get you to a more specific location at the end of the line. Sea Tran, which is how I got from the mainland, Surat Thani, to Koh Samui. Great ride. Check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. The problem is they only go Surat Thani, Koh Samui, Koh Phangan. They don't go up to Koh Tao or Chumpon. So this is kind of the end of the line for Sea Tran. You use Sea Tran on the southern section of things. So you have a lot of choices. So the good news is that there are money exchange booths all over the island, and there are ATMs all over the island. But as soon as you get off the boats, you can load up on some baht, some local currency. So it would be really hard to make all of your arrangements to the end of the line before you arrive here on island. Just be ready for the part where you're going to get a little hot and sweaty making your arrangements. There's going to be some waiting, maybe some impatience, but it's totally equipped to get you to and from wherever your accommodations are. If you got moving early in the morning, you didn't have a time to eat here at the central hub station. There's smoothies, sandwiches, burgers, sort of fast food a la Thai style. And there's restrooms around the back for 10 baht each. Ooh, that's expensive. So all of your options, times, prices, locations, it's posted out in front of all of the shops. None of it is as dirt cheap as you think it's gonna be, but it's all here. If they don't have posted on the wall, they all have notebooks and laminated, so you can clearly see what you want to do. Everybody's very friendly here at the ticket counters. They all speak English. They can answer all of your questions, so you can reserve scuba trips by the day. You can, if you have like a 3-leg piece of trip, you need to do 4 legs, they can make that all happen, get you all the way to Bangkok, Krabi, Phi, Phuket, Hat Yai, Bangkok. Chiang Mai. You can get Chiang Mai one day. Wow.
Impossible. Helicopter.